Coming out to Big Iron today, Ben Holsen with Holsen Homes has a very great idea for farmers if you're thinking about doing some upgrades as far as power. Solar panels. Tell me about your panels, but then I also want to talk about the grants and so forth that you know about.
Sure. So the solar panels obviously generate electricity. You can just put that energy right into the grid. You can use them with batteries and stuff, but you don't actually need to. You can just have them up on top of your building. You can do a ground mount. You can do a tracker system, and it just generates power for your farm.
Now, to that end, when you talk about farmers, there's something going on though with grants, tax. It's a tax credit. Tell me more about how that works.
Yeah, so for anybody, not just farmers, anybody can get the 30% federal tax credit. If you're a business or a farm, you'll get it as a tax rebate, actually.
Oh.
Residences, it's a tax credit.
Okay.
But then if you're a farm, there's also a 50% USDA grant. So you get your entire solar system for your farm for about 80% off.
And right now, USDA is doing a tremendous job of funding projects that are sustainable, regenerative, etc. So this really fits into that mold.
Absolutely. They're flush with cash. So my understanding is that the USDA didn't even give away all the solar grants last year.
That's fantastic. So it's time to reach in there and try to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
Now, I saw one of your signs says in-house grant writer.
Yep.
Why?
Well, because we want to make it as easy as possible in order for you to get your grant. We currently have a 100% success rate for our grants that we've applied for, but they are complicated. There's a lot to them, and so we want to make it as easy as possible, so that's why we have our own grant writer.
Who's eligible for grants? I mean, you're talking about schools?
So all the any agricultural farmer, most rural businesses actually qualify.
Oh.
It doesn't just have to be a farm; it can be farm supporting.
Yep.
So there's a lot of opportunity there.
Okay, so your whole company is not just about being technical, if you will. We're talking about solar panels, Christmas lights. Yeah,
we've been doing permanent Christmas lights as well, and although they're not a direct product together, but the people just seem to like them, and so we've been putting those in too. So.
It's a great way to do some highlights on like your farm shop, especially if you're a heritage farm or a 100-year farm or something like that.
Absolutely, and you don't have to just use them for Christmas. You can use them all year long. Right now we have the red, white, and blue going on.
Can I change the color by the flick of a switch?
You can use it on your phone.
I like how this works.
So these are a black on black panel.
Okay.
So they look a lot nicer on a roof than the standard solar panels that you typically see that are blue and silver. This is considered what's called a black on black. So it's just a really nice, sleek kind of look that you can put on. Otherwise, we can do the standard solar panels as well.
Okay.
This is a 395 watt panel. We also do some 550s that are a bigger format. That we use a lot during farms.
All right, I have an odd question. If you look at the solar panels farms that people see when they're driving like through Minnesota, these are not the same panels that they would have in that area?
This specific one, no. These are the panels that we would typically use on a roof.
Okay.
The ones that they're using on a farm field are what's called bifacial panels. So they actually generate a little bit of energy on the back side of the panels through reflection. So when we get snow on the ground, it reflects and actually gives you some extra power on the back.
Excellent. Okay, I have a fun fact for you, Ben, about these panels.
All right.
There's a young family couple over in Minnesota where when you have the panels on the ground and you don't want to have to worry about mowing the grass underneath them and so forth, they'll rent you they'll rent you sheep to go in and graze underneath.
Oh yeah.
They don't want goats to do it because goats climb, but the sheep will go underneath the panels.
Oh, that's cool.
So keep that in mind as your side
absolutely.
business.
I should start a sheep farm.
I can't wait. That would be great. So right now the sun is coming out. These solar panels are going to work great out here at Big Iron. Thank you, Ben at Holsen Homes, for helping us out.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate this very much.